Anupada Sutta. One by one as they occurred. Who's they? What are we talking about? Jhanas. Jhane is a jhana. It's the Pali word for dhyana. Dhyana is Sanskrit. The 8 dhyanas were given in the Rig Veda. So, little background before we begin. Buddha learnt all the 8 dhyanas. He went to, now the story begins mostly at the 7th dhyana guru. The guru who taught him 7 dhyana said, "This is my max, this is all I know. Yeah? You go to my guru and learn the 8th dhyana because I have not been able to do it. I have not been able to master it." So Buddha said, "Okay, thank you." He goes to the 8th, to the guru's guru and learns the 8th jhana. Buddha is an expert at these things. He's an expert. He has to just be told once and he makes it happen. His thirst is so much. Yeah. So very quickly he learned 8th dhyana or 8th jhana and he mastered it. And then he tells the guru, "But this does not take away my dukkha. My mind is still craving. My mind is still in aversion. There is misery. How do I get out of this?" And the guru says, "This is the highest you are going to find. And I have taught you the highest. You can start teaching from now. But there is nothing higher than this." Buddha was not satisfied with this answer. But of course, he was respectful. He said farewell to the guru. He went and he decided, no, there is something missing. I don't know what it is, but there is something missing. There has to be a way to get out of this raga dvesha mind. There has to be a way to get out of dukkha. Yeah, he was very clear. There is dukkha. Dukkha is not outside. It is in my own mind. When I crave for something, I come out of my 8th dhyana also. 8th dhyana is very quiet mind. You also tasted it here and there. Quiet mind, absolute silence. And when you came out of it, you don't like it. Imagine somebody who's established in it and still can see the existence of raga and dvesha. So he said, no. There is craving. There is aversion in me still. And I am not going to fool myself or fool others by teaching them right now when I am not clear. So then he started his personal research. Yes, and that came up as the 9th jhana. So we called it Nirodha. It's there. We'll come to it. So you know that it is 9th jhana or Nirodha, where there is complete cessation of the mind. Nirodha, to stop. And Buddha was the first person to discover Nirodha. He always says that I did not create it. It existed. I just found it. That's why he says I discovered it. Okay? And he says this also, that maybe it was there in the Vedas, but we lost so much of the Vedas, maybe this knowledge got lost somewhere. Clear? Background is clear? Yeah. So now he is going to describe to you the 8 jhanas. Yeah. So you don't try to learn the 9th one right yet. You try to master the 8. 9th will happen maybe in a future Buddha. Or slowly, or if you are super fast, you can get there. But don't get into an expectation mode. It takes time. Expectation set. Yeah. What is the expectation? No expectation. Yeah. Lots of people read this and feel, I am in jhana 1, I am in jhana 2, I am in jhana 3. Yeah, okay. Hold your horses. You become very clear what is happening to you because only you will know. Super clear? Let's read. Okay, thus have I heard means who is talking? These were written after Buddha passed away. Okay, these were not written at the time of Buddha. When Buddha used to give the talks, lots of people had already become arahants. Arahant is the enlightened stage. You learn the stages also in the suttas. A lot of people had become arahants, and once they listen to something, it's like almost written in their memory, and they can teach by reciting. That's why this is very poetic and boring for you. But the reason it is so poetic is so it is easy to memorize. So that's how these arahants started teaching the Buddha's lessons that they learned to their disciples. When Buddha passed on, they decided we have to put everything down. And all the arahants, only the arahants, met together. And then there's a separate story of Ananda, which I won't get into right now. This will become another story session. But finally, Ananda was also included in that first council of Buddhist monks who wrote down all the Buddha's lectures or pravachan or teachings. Yeah? So, who's saying this? This is, most of the times, it is Ananda. Yeah? Thus have I heard. On one occasion, the Blessed One was living at Savatthi in Jetta's grove, Anathapindika's park. There he addressed the bhikkhus thus. Bhikkhus, Venerable Sir, they replied. The Blessed One said this. Bhikkhus, Sariputta is wise. Sariputta has great wisdom. Sariputta has wide wisdom. Sariputta has joyous wisdom. Sariputta has quick wisdom. Sariputta has keen wisdom. Sariputta has penetrative wisdom. During half a month, bhikkhus, Sariputta gained insight into states one by one as they occurred. Now, Sariputta's insight into states one by one as they occurred was this. So, whenever Buddha taught, he obviously would set an example for the others, that because you may think that Buddha is at a higher level, you always feel, I might not be able to get there. But if you see somebody amongst you reach that level, then you feel, oh, if he or she can get there, I can get there. Yeah? So that was the reason why he would appreciate somebody who had already started teaching also. Here bhikkhus, quite secluded from sensual pleasures, secluded from unwholesome states, Sariputta entered upon and abided in the first jhana, which is accompanied by applied and sustained thought, with rapture and pleasure born of seclusion. That's the only description you're getting of first jhana. Now, by reading this, you have to go into first jhana. There is a lot of information there. Number one, secluded from sensual pleasures. First time when you do the jhanas, you cannot be sitting in your house and do it amongst sensual pleasures, enjoying the pleasures of family and money and the world. Yeah, when you seclude yourself from all these sensual pleasures, like we are secluded here, completely cut off from the world, and just with our own minds. And here, though he's doing it alone. Would you be able to go to a forest alone and do it? At least you have a sangha. Get it? Now, secluding yourself from sensual pleasures also has a deeper meaning. Letting go of this moha, this attachment. My family will take care of themselves for the next 8-9 days. Yeah? Your business will be taken care of. Yeah? Your money is right where you left it. Yeah? For some time, let go of all those thoughts. Seclude it. Do you get it? You only can seclude yourself. Nobody else can seclude you. Are you getting this? Even if I tie you up in this jail and don't let you even step out of here and give you food here only, it's still not seclusion. What is seclusion? In my mind, I let go. For the next 8-9 days, I am dead. I and mine are dead. And secluded from unwholesome states. What is unwholesome? Fear, hatred, anger, these are all unwholesome states. Unwholesome. Wholesome is a loving mind, a mind which has the right view, which has compassion, which is happy. Unwholesome is an unhappy mind, full of sensual pleasures, wanting this, wanting that. So these are first two, secluded from sensual pleasures and secluded from unwholesome states. Sariputta entered upon and abided in the first jhana. This is first jhana. It is accompanied by applied thought and sustained thought. Tell me, what is applied thought and what is sustained thought?
Sustained would be applied with the
So what are you applying to? Which thoughts? Which are these two thoughts?
The not so pleasant thoughts.
Disturbing thoughts. That which is disturbing me from my meditation, that is a sustained thought. That sustains itself. It doesn't go away. Applied thought is examining thought about the meditation. Oh, my breath has become very feeble. Oh, this is silence. This is what she talks about. Don't you talk to yourself in meditation sometimes like this? You're just examining the present moment, the current meditation. This is applied thought. You've applied it. Why applied? With takka. Remember vitarka? This is with takka in Pali. What is vitarka? Special logic. What is that special logic? It's about the meditation. This is nothingness. Oh, I'm expanding in this silence. This is vitarka. You're just telling yourself, or you're guiding your mind. Or Ekta said in one-on-one, okay, now from Anapana, I have to take that step back. It's about the meditation. It's not taking me away. So the thought that does not take me away is applied thought. The thought that takes me away. Rajshri ne ye bola, why she said this, why she didn't say this, what is this thought? Sustained thought. Is this very clear? Both these thoughts are there yet in first jhana. Are you seeing this? It is accompanied by applied thought and sustained thought. With rapture. What is rapture? Glee, excitement. Just glee, happy. If I give you a very big birthday present, what happens to you? That's for me. Rapture. Yeah, this rapture is felt throughout the body and the mind. Okay. Yeah, like how you, if I give you a birthday present, big one, see your body is also feeling that excitement. You have the tingly feeling in the whole body. Yes, that's rapture. That's what you experience in Jhana 1. You're not getting any birthday present. You're just experiencing that in Jhana 1. That excitement in the body and in the mind. There is a disturbing thought. There is a applied thought, of examining thought, which is I'm examining my meditation. Yes, and I'm secluded from pleasures. Yes, I'm secluded from unwholesome thoughts. If your mind is not thinking about negative things, is not unhappy, then only can you become happy. If you've been in an unhappy state, restless all day, will you get this? Not possible. This is a happy, excited state.
But the sustained thought is not unhappy thought.
It can be, but it's all there, but you still feel this in the body and mind.
Sustained
People are
thought is
feeling happy, they've reached it. Yeah, it's very, very possible that most of you have reached it.
Sometimes it happens in between your meditation, right? Your examining thought will only make you happy that, oh man, this is it.
Yeah. Got it? It's got to do with the state of meditation. Yeah. As you advance in your meditation, you go from one jhana to the next, to the next, to the next. So what are jhanas really? Increase in your understanding of your own mind and how to get to silence. That is the meaning of jhana or dhyana. That's all it is. Your understanding increases. Oh, and finally you get to aha. That's it. इतना सा ही है enlightenment और कुछ नहीं है. ये जो बड़े बड़े बना के बैठे हो ना कि something big is going to happen, some halo is going to start shining on me, ऐसा कुछ नहीं होने वाला. Yeah? The journey is more happening than the destination. Yeah? क्या गाना चला था उसने शाम को? Some song they played and they were so like, kitna Buddha dry hai, please can we play a song? So she played some song. Whatever the song is, I don't know, but I remember one lyrics which said, Safar khoobsurat hai manzil se bhi. I was like, this is exactly how it is. Safar khoobsurat hai manzil se bhi. The destination, you'll be like, oh, that's it, I'm there. Yeah. The more interesting part is this, where you are, so cherish this. Okay. So jhana 1, if you've reached it, you will come and tell me in your one-on-one. Okay, so I can help you move on to the next. Don't fake yourself, because I'll give you something higher object, but you will have not reached there, and then you can get into that tug of war and never get ahead. Okay? So become very clear. If you've really reached it, then I'll give you the next object. The only way for going from one jhana to the next jhana to the next jhana is change in the object of meditation. It takes you higher. Clear? What is first jhana? Tell me without looking. Secluded from sensual pleasures, secluded from unwholesome states, applied thought, sustained thought, and laughter, glee. That is the key. You feel that glee. I mean, कल से तो बोल रही हूँ. The key is smile, smile. How will you feel this happy feeling without starting to smile? Now will you smile? Now you have a carrot. After get to jhana 1, smile. But if you're in an unwholesome state, even your nakli smile will not help you get into that feeling of happiness.
Secluded from sensual pleasures, right? Even we are making sure that everything is perfect for us to sit, softness and everything, and no pain. Is also the
No, not
that
not,
will be there.
not so much. Yeah, sensual is more like I want to taste this. You're thinking of ice cream suddenly. You're not getting good ice cream here. You know, you're thinking about cake, or you're thinking about your husband, or you're having sexual thoughts. Yeah, all this is sense pleasures. Yeah, you're missing music. Maybe she said one line, I want to listen to that song. No? All these are sensual pleasures. Pleasures of the 5 senses. Sensual pleasures. Clear? And this rapture is born And pleasure is born of seclusion. Just feeling, what a relief it is to be without being a slave to technology. Okay, this is new for us, but it wasn't at the time of Buddha. For them, it was slave to everyday routine life. Yeah, and it is like that, no? You keep running aimlessly. You don't know why I'm running, but I have to run because I have a job. I have to get up and go to office on Monday morning. And run. You feel like a slave. It feels like bondage. And this 9 days feel like, free from that bondage. Understood? Born of seclusion. Jhana 1 clear? Super clear. Yeah? So, you know already if you have attained Jhana 1 or not. It's a very happy feeling that happens because I'm cut off from the world and I'm just with myself. Okay? Any question? Move on. Jhana 2. First he describes the states in Jhana 1. And the states in the first jhana, the applied thought, the sustained thought, the rapture, the pleasure, and the unification of mind. Unification of mind is the word for ekagrita. Okay? This makes sense. The mind is not scattered all over the place like it is when you are back in the world thinking about money and parents and this and that, scattered mind. Here now the mind is just focused on myself and my meditation and how to become calm and quiet. The mind is unified. The rest is just extra description which might or might not apply to your first jhana, and it's okay. After that, contact, feeling, perception, volition, and mind, the zeal, decision, energy, mindfulness, equanimity, and attention. These states were just described by Sariputta. It might or might not happen to you. You understand all these words, no? Simple words. Yeah? Contact, feeling, perception, volition, aggregates. What we did yesterday, Vijnana, Sanya, yeah? Phassa, the eye contact, you remember, right? All these are there. These might or might not happen. You might not have contact with anything. You could be sitting with your eyes closed. No contact with anything. Yeah? Not even, there's no thought also in the mind. So these, after this is all optional. Might or might not happen. Zeal, you understand. Decision, again, the decision of your translation, it's just like how you feel a little bit confident after you do a meditation right and feel good inside.
It's a feeling that suddenly everything is possible. You're in that feeling of...
Just that, yeah.
Yeah.
I can do it kind of feeling. Okay?
It's like clarity.
Clarity. हाँ. और संकल्प strong हो जाता है for what you're doing. Something like that. There's energy, there's mindfulness, there's equanimity. But if you're going to sit and look for everything, you'll get confused. The first 5 have been described in every sutta. The rest, what I told you, are optional. Are there in some suttas or not there in some suttas. So we know that rapture and pleasure born of seclusion is the sign for first jhana. It's the main key sign. So if you're just feeling that rapture, okay, in Pali the word is pitti, P-I-T-I, pitti is rapture. And pleasure is sukha. That's how they've translated, pitti and sukha. The rest is all optional, may happen, may not happen. These states were defined by him one by one as they occurred. Known to him, those states arose. Known, they were present. Known, they disappeared. Don't hold on to it. It will come. You'll have this happy feeling in the mind and in the body as if you got some birthday present or some very big thing. You're so excited. Then it lasts for 5, 10, 20 seconds, 30 seconds, and it's gone. And then now, I want it back. That thirst starts. Don't do that. You've just experienced jhana 1. Yeah, it's pitti predominant. It's a rapture. It's pitti. Super clear? He understood thus. So indeed, these states not having been coming into being, having been, they vanish. Got it? Not having been, they come into being. Having been, they vanish. Matlab, it will arise and it will pass. Do not hold on to it. Don't crave for it. Yeah? It comes and it goes.
Is it also because since it is not the highest, they don't last?
Yeah, because it is Raste ka milestone. It's not meant to for you to get stuck there. When you become an expert, at will you can go into jhana 1. It's like turning the regulator high and turning it down. It's in your hands once you experience it. Okay? It's nothing great again, nothing to get attached to. Yes, it just makes you feel happy. Yeah, but it's the glee, excitement wala happy, not the contentment wala, quietness wala happy. There's a difference. Huh? When I get a birthday present, it is Vaisa wala happy. Yeah, it is not that calm, quiet, sukha wala happy. Are you getting the difference? Yeah. Pitti predominant is jhana 1. Sukha is there, mental sukha is there, but it is quiet in the background. Foreground is that excitement.
I have a question. So once you are in jhana 1, like is it possibility to go back and come for a like,
Yeah. Then you learn to become an expert from 1 to 2, 2 to 3, 3 to 2, 2 to 1, 1 to 0. You'll do your piano playing. Yeah, but that's far away. Now start at least first taste of jhana.
The amazing thing is this was written 2500 years ago by people in flesh and blood, and it's narrated and it's so relatable at the same time, and it's a guide. It's not just a theory.
That's true.
It's not just some magic thing, some secret, some...
Yeah, and it's amazing each one of us will be able to go through the same thing. Described 2500 years ago. It's so amazing.
It's almost like the Buddha speaking to us.
Okay, back. Regarding those states, he abided unattracted, unrepelled, independent, detached, free, disassociated, with a mind rid of barriers. Matlab kya? Do not get attached to it. If you get attached to jhana 1, you will not be able to go to jhana 2. Do you understand? You will make it your own obstacle. Super clear? No attachment. I like this, I like this. I want this to stay, I want this to stay, I want this to come back again. This is attachment. Super clear? We just move on once we experience it. He understood there is an escape beyond, and with the cultivation of that attainment, he confirmed that there is. Matlab, this is not it. Abhi, I have not got rid of dukkha. Okay? It's all excitement about discovering a state of samadhi, but that's all it is. It's just a state of samadhi. I don't have to get attached to it. Yeah? And I don't even need to think that I'm enlightened by experiencing something like this. There is an escape beyond, means there is something more आगे. खत्म नहीं हुआ. अभी पिक्चर बाकी है. Again, bhikkhus, with the stilling of applied and sustained thought, Sariputta entered and abided in the second jhana, which has self-confidence and singleness of mind without applied thought and sustained thought, with rapture and pleasure born of concentration. First of all, what did I tell you? What is concentration? Collectiveness. Collectiveness. Not straining focus, but mind is not all over the place, it is all collective. Singleness of mind. Ekagrata. Pali word, Sanskrit word, ekagrata. Read again. There is stilling of applied and sustained thought. Matlab, jhana 1, all these disturbing thoughts were there, examining thoughts were there. Now, it's not that it's completely gone. Okay? But there are very long gaps between two disturbing thoughts. Okay? There's a stillness happening in between. Some of us have reached there. Yeah? Some of us have to still reach there. Whatever it is fine. Yeah? But now the rapture has gone, okay? He abided in the second jhana with self-confidence. The moment you experience that rapture, now you feel confident. I can do this. Something's happening. I'm going somewhere. That feeling is there. You don't feel that it's not working for me. Now you feel now it is, yes, it's working. I'm going to get there. Yeah? Self-confidence and singleness of mind without applied and sustained thought. So the mind is unified only in that moment when I'm still. I'm still for say just 1 minute, 2 minutes, 3 minutes. That time, it's absolutely unified mind. It's not all over the place. Some of you experienced it in isness only. Yeah? That absolute unified, calm mind. There were no disturbing thoughts. There were no applied thoughts. Nothing. Didn't last too long, but you experienced it.
But in this state of mind, in this state of dhyana, you will even watch the sankharas coming up, right? Is that
So that is what he's saying, no? That has stilled. That has stopped. Ho gaya wo sab. You've crossed that stage where they keep coming up too much.
not the thoughts? When you are
They come up as thoughts, no? Sankharas.
some kind of thing that comes up, and you'll be seeing, you'll be just watching that, some kind of face that you have never seen.
That is also counted in thoughts here.
Oh,
There's absolute stilling, no images, okay. No images, no imagination, no concept, no idea, no picture in the mind, no past memory. What else can you come up with? All this is thoughts.
breath. Some notice of breath.
For some time, everything is still.
Even sensations are not felt. That
Yes, yes. For those few minutes, nothing. You're just still. Everything is still. The predominant one here is that sukha. The sukha that was in the background has now come into the foreground. And it's just very pleasantly happy. Samajh aa raha hai? So pitti has gone into the background. You'll still feel it a little here and there in the body. And the mind is very pleasantly happy.
This could last for maybe a few 30 seconds, 40 seconds.
1 minute, 2 minutes. Yeah. But suppose you're in jhana 1, you're experiencing the pitti. In the whole body, you're experiencing, say, goosebumps. I don't know how you are going to, everybody is different. Somebody has goosebumps, somebody has tingling feeling, somebody has just very happy feeling in the whole body, as if the whole body is smiling. So when you're feeling that, you smile more. It increases more. You smile more, but it's excitement in pitti. So, it can be a little painful excitement. You know what I'm talking about? Excitement is painful, really. So, for some people, they don't like that kind of feeling too much. It's too much excitement. Yeah? In stage 2, it is, jhana 2, it is that sukha in the mind. Very pleasantly happy. Yeah? But it's happy. It's still not quiet contentment. It is happy. Are you getting it? Pitti will be there in the body, but very reduced in jhana 2. Sukha is that predominant thing. Yeah? Now you're sukha, you're happy in the mind, very happy. So when you're happy, there's no disturbing thought. Otherwise, can you be happy? Are you getting it?
Yeah.
It might last just 1 minute, 2 minutes, 3 minutes. So now what do you do? To trigger it, again you smile a little more. Become more happy. You can increase your happiness by becoming happy about happiness. Are you seeing what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah? Why am I telling you this? So that after you reach jhana 4, 5, see, I forgot jhana 1. I will not be able to help you to get there again. Because you got there through an individual way in your mind. जंगल में पगडंडी होती है ना, तुम खुद जाके वहां पहुंचे. मैं कैसे बताऊं तुम कौन से रास्ते से गए? Are you understanding it? It's inside your mind. How much ever I explain, I can only explain from Ekta's experience, not Vandana's experience. Everybody has their own paths after a point. I told you, this is where it begins. समझ आ रहा है? So stage 1 में, if you start experiencing jhana 1, turn that regulator on and smile a little more. You'll feel it a little more. Make an attempt to increase the duration to 10 minutes so you understand what is jhana 1. Yeah, because you don't know if it's going to happen again. So the first time it happens, jump at the opportunity. Happy, become more happy. It will increase more. You'll increase more goosebumps. But it can, after a certain time, the too much goosebumps does not feel, it feels uncomfortable. Yeah, then you can just let go. Stop being happy. Stop smiling. It'll reduce. The regulator is in your hands. Are you getting it? Pitti is clear. Jhana 1. Same thing you do for Sukha. Okay? You were asking something.
The state in jhana 2, is that something similar to what we have experienced in the gap meditation?
When your mind is happy. The way the example is given in this text, I don't know if it's in this sutta or somewhere else I had read. You're walking in the desert. No experience of jhana. Jhana 0, you're walking in the desert. You're thirsty, you're tired, the sun is shining, it's very hot. You're just looking for some relief. You see an oasis far away. You still don't know whether it's a mirage or really is there water there. But what happens to you? Excitement. This is jhana 1. Yeah? You start walking towards the oasis and you see there are really people all wet. Their clothes are wet. They've really had lots of water. They're like, satiated. You feel happy mentally. A confidence comes. Yes, there is water. I'm going to get satiated. I've not jumped in yet. But you've just come closer. That is mental sukha. Understood? Seeing the oasis, pitti. Going closer and seeing people really, almost touching people. They are not a mirage too. Yeah? So you know they are really wet and there is water. They have bottles of water. हाँ, है पानी है, मिलेगा, थोड़ा और आगे जाना बस. Got it? Sukha. You got it? Pitti is excitement and seeing the oasis. Sukha, the confidence that comes from seeing the people with water. Yes, it's a real oasis. The excitement in the body has calmed down. Now there's mental confidence and अभी काम नहीं हुआ है, you still अभी पानी चाहिए ना, but happy. Clear? Can I go ahead to 3? And the states in the second jhana, the self-confidence, the rapture, the pleasure, and the unification of mind. Yeah? These 4 are the ones that you'll read again and again. These are the prominent ones, the predominant ones. Iske baad, whatever is optional, may happen, may not. The contact, feeling, perception, volition, and mind. The zeal, decision, energy, mindfulness, equanimity, and attention. Do you see it's just a repeat? These states were defined by him one by one as they occurred. Known to him, those states arose. Known they were present. known, they disappeared. Okay? Udyanti khelanti pravishanti. He understood thus, and with the cultivation of that attainment, he confirmed that there is. Okay. So he understood thus, ... means go back to jhana 1, go back to number 4, see the bottom of the paragraph where you see he understood. Yeah, so you have to read from there. There is an escape beyond, and with cultivation of that attainment, he confirmed that there is. Turn back to that page, you see. So they've saved space where there is repetition. Understood what is the meaning of ... So there are stories of Sariputta would come back from the forest in the evening, and then Ananda would ask him, you're smiling, you're glowing, what happened? Oh, I sat in jhana 1 all day today. So he could increase his regulator to be able to sit whatever 8-10 hours in jhana 1. Got it? Yeah, that's an expert level. I'm just giving you an idea where you can reach. Yeah, but what you will experience will be just 1 minute, 2 minutes, 3 minutes, 5 minutes, lucky ones, 10 minutes. Yeah, keep that sankalpa, but I'm going to smile more, be more happy so that I experience and understand this experience totally. Clear?
So the object can be anything that we use to get into this.
Correct. So the Gyan Yogis usually go through the breath. Yeah. And some people, mixture of Gyanis and Bhaks, sometimes the feeling works, sometimes the breath works, depending on what mood they are in. Some people who are totally in the heart, only feeling works, breath to samajh hi nahi aata. Nothingness doesn't happen only through the mind. Yeah. So that's why I first gave you the taste of isness. You figured out which is your way and you have chosen your path. Yeah. You can come and tell me in one-on-one, this is not working, give me the other one. I'll give you the other one. Don't waste 9 days for that. By tomorrow you tell me if what I've given you already, the people I've had one-on-one with, if that's working or not. Okay?
So not only you have to recognize how jhana 1 feels, but also remember the path.
Once you experience it, it's easy. It's easy, but you tend to forget by the time you're at 6 and 7 because so much we are doing all in 1 week. But you won't forget the taste. And if you have regulated the 10 minutes, if you reach the 10 minutes mark, you won't forget how to get it.
So the path will change actually, right?
Yeah, after that it is in your hands. Until you go into jhana 1 Mitesh. Mitesh will smile. Now moving on to jhana 3. Again bhikkhus, with the fading away as well of rapture, Sariputta abided in equanimity and mindful and fully aware, still feeling pleasure with the body, he entered upon and abided in the 3rd jhana, on account of which noble ones announce, he has a pleasant abiding who has equanimity and is mindful. Okay? So 3rd jhana, that rapture in the body that you were feeling, that has faded away. It has gone. But the mind is still pleasant. Sukha is still there. And what is the predominant factor here? That Sukha has turned to equanimity. So equanimity and mindfulness, matlab fully aware. Awareness is becoming clearer and clearer to you. Yeah, this is the state of the 3rd jhana. And the states in the 3rd jhana, the equanimity, the pleasure, the mindfulness, the full awareness, and the unification of mind. These are the main points. Abhishek, there is no place for disturbing thoughts too much. You pass that stage. Very calm, equanimous. Equanimity, you understand, no? There's no excitement also, and no depression also, no sad. You're very equanimous. Yeah. Again, the common ones uske baad, after the semicolon. The contact, feeling, perception, volition and mind, the zeal, decision, energy, mindfulness, equanimity and attention. These states were defined by him one by one. As they occurred, known to him, those states arose, known they were present, known they disappeared. He understood thus. Turn the page, back to that. There is an escape beyond. And with the cultivation of that attainment, he confirmed that there is. Yeah, he realized this is not it. There is more than this. I should not stop here and not get attached to this. This arises, this stays, and it passes away. Take it? Some people have reached equanimity in their meditation. If you have reached, you have attained this, yeah, you come and tell me. This is the third jhana. Again, bhikkhus, with the abandoning of pleasure and pain, and with the previous disappearance of joy and grief, Sariputta entered upon and abided in the fourth jhana, which has neither pain nor pleasure, and purity of mindfulness due to equanimity. दो ही चीज है, neither pain nor pleasure, and purity of mindfulness due to equanimity. So, in the Pali Sutta, it was asukha, adukha, and beyond, I forgot the beyond word, beyond somanassa and domanassa. What is somanassa and domanassa? So he says, sukha and dukha are more bodily pleasant and unpleasant feelings. Somanassa and domanassa is mental pleasant and unpleasant. Yeah? He's gone beyond all these states. There's no pain, there is no pleasure. Equanimity makes this happen. Absolute calmness here. Yeah? No pain, no pleasure. Which means no pain in the body also. No pain in the mind. Are you getting it? No pleasant sensation also in the body. And no pleasant sensation in the mind. Means, is there piti?
No.
Is there sukha?
No.
Are you getting it? Both have vanished. The equanimity from the third jhana has become predominant. Just plain equanimity. No sukha, no dukkha. Super clear?
Means it is there, but it's not bothering you. Like
No, it is not there.
when you are sitting for a long time and some sensations or whatever, after some time, it doesn't bother you. You forget that you are even sitting or that is something which is causing you. But it's still there, right?
No. Right now I have no pain. Even if I take my attention to it, there's no pain anywhere in the body, anywhere in the mind. There is no pain. Got it? This is that stage where there is no pain, there is no pleasure. Not at the body level, not at the mind level. Yeah, when your body gets so used to sitting, remember you couldn't sit even 30 minutes in Buddhavan? And see, now you sit so comfortably more than an hour. Are you seeing that? So that same flexibility, elasticity happens at Jhana 4. Not easy to reach Jhana 4. If you come and tell me I've reached Jhana 4, I'll say, okay, come on, sit on the chair, start explaining to us, sir.
Maybe we should stop here.
You're so great. This is where they'll think, oh, I reached it.
No, as far as the pain goes, when we start meditating for, let's say, 30 minutes, you don't feel it.
Yes.
And then you suddenly start feeling something in your left knee.
Mm.
So So that's pain.
Yeah. But when you go to jhana 4, in that state there's nothing. It's just equanimity.
How long?
I don't know. Maybe you can manage it 5 minutes, 7 minutes, 10 minutes. You can turn the regulator on. Just be in that equanimity. Now make equanimity the object of your meditation, dropping everything else. The regulator turns on. And just be, just be, just be, just be, just be.
And I can go on and on, maybe 40 minutes to an hour.
Yeah, that's good.
And then-
Within that 40 minutes to 1 hour, it might happen.
Okay.
But you're not directly going to experience jhana 4 right now. You'll go to 1, you'll go to 2, you'll go to 3. Maybe by the end of 9 days, you'll go to 4. We don't know. So by that time, the body is so used to sitting longer, you will sit more than 30-40 minutes easily. Get it? Remove that obstacle from the mind. Oh, it's not possible for me.
There's just ease, right? Like there's just ease. Body is not a trouble and mind is not.
Correct. Just equanimity. Just equanimity. Yeah.
See, one thing is that, like, as he's explained, that with some time, like after like 30-40 minutes, if my knee starts hurting, with time, like that time will increase. But sometimes in meditation, you feel that even that was hurting, but suddenly there is a relaxation, and that things like opens up. There is no pain in that area. It's for like very little, but it goes away.
It goes away.
But it's as something has somebody unwound it or something has happened.
Yes, it's called meditation pain. That pain comes up as a part of your ego trying to get you out of it. It's happening, no? Bas. Enough. Chalo, get up. Mr. Yogi, Miss Yogi, get up. Yeah, it's doing that to you. And then you're not listening, then the pain increases. Okay, I'm going to make you get up. Yeah, it'll be there 2 minutes, 3 minutes, 5 minutes. It's wanting you to get up. You ignore the pain, continue doing what you were doing. Yeah, it goes away after 10 minutes. And oh, it was just meditation pain. It was not real pain. When you get out of meditation, suppose you listen to your ego and get up. Oh, there was no pain. You sit down again and you're like, you fooled me. Happens, no? Meditation pain.
So can you turn up the regulator here and increase the rapture?
You will have to do that. No? There might be pain in the body, there might be disturbing thoughts, and still rapture is there in jhana 1.
Because there was a time you started, I think you've mentioned that in the past, and I experienced it yesterday. You start enjoying pain. That brings a different kind of smile.
Yeah. I told only you. I didn't tell the group.
Yeah, you can.
Okay. Enjoy the pain. Easy है. कितना easy है. तो पेन हो रहा है ना. पता है इससे सेंसेशन होता है पेन का. और उसमें जाने का. किसी साइंटिस्ट, how would a scientist go into it? Wow, ऐसे. Oh, just because it is the leg is like this, it is folded like this. This pain is there. See, at this point it is there, and it goes in, and it is like this. Enjoy. Relax in that pain. When you start enjoying it, then it stops bothering you. And start accepting the pain, it will stop bothering you. You'll get to jhana 4 very easily.
And here you're telling that whatever we just do, that will be absolutely not there at all.
What?
Pain. Like,
Yes, there's no pain, no pleasure, no pain. Calm. Dead. Mind is dead. कुछ नहीं हो रहा. Deafening silence. Inside वाला deafening silence. कुछ नहीं बोल रहा है. कुछ वहाँ नहीं हो रहा है. चुप. You getting what I'm saying? You're going to be sitting for 10 hours, for example, tomorrow. It will happen for 1 minute in those 10 hours. Don't expect it's going to happen in every 1 hour meditation or every 2 hours. No, not possible. ठीक है? Expectation set, no expectation actually. Yeah, but be very clear, you're only going to get a glimpse now. It's the beginning. I'm going to take you through fast track jhana so you taste. I'm just giving you 1 spoon sample of ice cream. पूरा कोन नहीं मिलने वाला है. You taste butterscotch, you taste tiramisu, you taste raspberry. You're only getting that taste. Are you getting this very clear? So even if you attain 8 jhanas, are you going to be enlightened? Super clear, na? My job is to clear, but pata nahi. घर जाके you start spreading rumors. I got enlightened this week. I reached 8 jhanas. Go to Ekta, you will get enlightened. You're
New people of Buddha batch.
पहले तो spiritual police will come behind me. I didn't tell you anything like that, huh? You're just getting a taste of it. You start regulating, working on it. If you maintain your practice, you can get enlightened in your bathroom. Really? Walking, talking, you'll be able to do jhanas. It is so simple. Yeah, most of the people who have got enlightened have not got enlightened with eyes closed and meditating. Most of the times. You read many stories, it has happened with eyes open, just walking. Yeah. For Ananda, when his head was going to lie down on the pillow, he got enlightened. Are you getting it? Most of the people who have left behind their stories and written about enlightenment, it is with eyes open, doing mundane activities. And the states in the 4th jhana, the equanimity, the neither painful nor pleasant feeling, the mental unconcern due to tranquility. That is something to highlight. The mental unconcern. So, when you get to the 4th jhana, how will you know it has culminated fully, properly? There is total mental unconcern. There's nothing, no doubt, no question, nothing. Yeah? Absolutely quiet the mind has become. There is no concern in the mind. Yes, and you're experiencing complete tranquility. The purity of mindfulness and the unification of mind. Okay? After that are the common ones. The contact, feeling, perception, volition, and mind. The zeal, decision, energy, mindfulness, equanimity, and attention. These states were defined by him one by one as they occurred. Known to him, those states arose. Known, they were present. Known, they disappeared. He understood thus to turn back. There is an escape beyond, and with the cultivation of that attainment, he confirmed that there is. You will be able to move on only when you leave that trishna, that thirst for being in this. You noticed lots of you experienced tranquility and then you lost it, and then again you're trying, I want that back, I want that back, I want that back. True? So there is an escape beyond, there is something more. This is not it. That feeling came, no? There is more. So don't thirst for it to come back. It's okay, move on. Yeah? Again, bhikkhus, with the complete surmounting of perceptions of form. Surmounting means overcoming. Complete surmounting of perceptions of form, with the disappearance of perception of sensory impact, with non-attention to perceptions of diversity, aware that space is infinite, Sariputta entered upon and abided in the base of infinite space. This is where you naturally started expanding. Yeah, that expansion, some of us reached there, some of us didn't reach there, that's fine. When you get here, from your tranquility only you start expanding. Naturally it happens. Yeah. It expands in all directions. Base of infinite space is the name of this jhana. We have moved from the material jhanas to the immaterial jhanas. Means what? From rupa jhanas to arupa jhana. This is the first arupa jhana, and it is called base of infinite space. All arupa jhanas have names. Rupa jhanas do not have names. 1, 2, 3, 4, just a number. Why? 1, 2, 3, 4. Under the fourth only there are 4 arupa jhanas. That's why it really doesn't make sense to call them 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Because this 5, 6, 7, 8 is under the number 4 only. You'll get it when you see the whole picture on it. So if you were to draw it in a diagram, how would you do? You put 1, 2, 3, 4. Under 4 you have 4 arrows. First one is base of infinite space. Clear? Yeah. Base of infinite space where you start feeling there's no thoughts, there's no form in your head, there are no images, no ideas now, not many disturbing thoughts. In fact, nothing. Actually, no disturbing thoughts. Then only can you really be in that expansion, and then you can see the space. Yeah? And it's all around and it's just expanding. You're not seeing it, you just experience an expansion in all directions. Yeah? Don't worry if you've not experienced it, we will get there step by step. That's what one-on-ones are for.
You can see your presence more than this body, is that what it is?
Yes. The same equanimity starts expanding. You're seeing 1 goes to 2, 2 goes to 3, 3 goes to 4, like that only 4 goes to 5. The important things here are, you have overcome perception of form. What is the meaning of overcoming perception of form? Perception yani ki?
How you visualize or how you take anything.
Tell me the Pali word. Told you yesterday.
Sanya.
Sanya. Perfect. So Sanya, you have a label in your head of form. Yeah, when I tell you elephant, a form came to your head. Got it? This is perception of form. Got it? In this stage, there is no perception of any form. The mind has become so quiet that there's no form, no image, no idea, no concept. Monkey. आया कि नहीं फॉर्म? पर आया कहाँ से? Thought से, मेरे words से. If I am not there, you say monkey, no? Some thought comes, and then you have a form in the head. So neither the thought nor the form, both have dropped completely. Non-attention to perceptions of diversity. When you are in this jhana, you are not seeing diversity. Feeling wala people are doing expansion in an earlier jhana where you're sending out love and compassion and all those feelings. You send it out to this being, and that being, diversity in your head is there. At this level, there is again expansion, but there is no diversity. It's not in your head. It's just expansion because you're expanding into space. Yeah, it's more like the boundaries of this body are just expanding into space. There is no visualization of Mars and Venus and Earth and Moon and nothing. There is no diversity. Just blank, just dark space. Aware that space is infinite. Clear? Some of you already reached here? Yeah. Sariputta entered upon and abided in the base of infinite space. And the states in the base of infinite space, the perception of the base of infinite space, and the unification of mind. These are the two main things. You're just aware, oh, it's infinite, it's limitless. Yes? That's the only perception you have. Nothing else. It's limitless and unification of mind. Mind is just on that one thing. There is no scattered mind. There are no thoughts, no emotions, no disturbing thoughts, no passing thoughts even. The only passing thought will be infinite space. It's so infinite. That the acknowledgement. That is the perception of the infinite space. Again, this is different from imagination because nobody is telling you here, guiding you to imagine it. It has automatically poured out of equanimity and it's just spreading into all directions. Got it? How from one the next comes, from the next comes automatically. Contact, feeling, perception, volition, and mind. Zeal, decision, energy, mindfulness, equanimity, and attention. These states were defined by him one by one as they occurred. Known to him, those states arose. Known to him, they were present. Known, they disappeared. Don't hold on to anything. Don't say this space should be there, space should be there. Finish. The moment you say this, what happens? It's gone. Yeah? Just be. Just be. Just be. Chup chap. The moment you open your mouth, finish, everything will shatter. Yeah? Who talks? Ego. It has this subtle thing, I reached here. Notice karo. The higher you are going, the bigger it's becoming. Yeah, it's going out. Not required. Just be there, just be there, just be there. Very innocently, simply. The more innocent you are, the easier it is to be in it. The more stiff and bring logic in and you want to understand it intellectually, the more it's going to evade you. Getting it? Drop logic, drop doubt. Just be and see it happen. Yeah? Because it is all there. You're not creating it, it is there. Again, we turn back to he understood thus. He understood there is an escape beyond, and with the cultivation of that attainment, he confirmed that there is. Yeah? All he's saying, Gadi mat roko. Keep going, keep going, keep going. Good. Again, bhikkhus, by completely surmounting the base of infinite space, aware that consciousness is infinite, Sariputta entered upon and abided in the base of infinite consciousness. This is the 6th jhana. It is under 4 only. Got it? Yeah, it is the 6th jhana, the base of infinite consciousness. There's nothing, no description written there. Tell me one thing you've understood from it. Base of infinite consciousness. Khatam. There is no description. How will you understand it? They're in this expanding space. The space is all over, above, below. Yeah? You're in it, you're in it, you're in it. Yeah? And I just tell you now, just be there. Just be there. No logic, no ego, no question, no doubt. Just be there. You dissolve there. Just be there. And you start dissolving in it, dissolving in it, dissolving in it. And something completely dissolves in this. And you go, something dissolved. I've reached it. I said, what have you reached? Who is aware that something dissolved in this infinite space? Who is aware? Now take your step back, because everything has dissolved. There's nothing anymore to see here. So now you take your step back. Change your object of meditation and come to that which was aware of this infinite space. Base of infinite consciousness, when you are here, now start seeing, is it infinite or not? Is it limitless? Just be there, be there, be there, be there. This takes a lot of patience, because you will start shuttling. You come to the space and you think you're still in the base of infinite space. You understand infinite consciousness. What is the base of infinite consciousness? What name did I give you for it? Isness. Being aware of awareness. Being conscious of consciousness. That is the base of infinite consciousness. I took you there directly first. You got a glimpse of it and you came all the way out. Because we don't have a practice of going there step by step by step. Now through the jhanas, you reach there step by step by step, and you know your own step, how you reach there. Now you will not forget. Now anytime you want to go on that trek, you can follow the same path you took the last time and reach the mountain. Got it? The base of infinite consciousness. Yeah. Now you start seeing, is this infinite? Is this infinite? Yes. And the states in the base of infinite consciousness, the perception of the base of infinite consciousness. I understood that this is infinite consciousness. That's all that's going to happen. Perception means what? You perceived it. That's it. And unification of mind. Again, this is ekagrata. Again, there are no thoughts here, no emotions, no feelings, no pain, no pleasure, nothing. He's not giving you any more description. Kuch nahi aage se. Contact, feeling, perception, volition and mind. Zeal, decision, energy, mindfulness, equanimity and attention. These states were defined by him one by one as they occurred. Known to him those states arose. Known they were present. Known they disappeared. Turn back. He understood there is an escape beyond, and with the cultivation of that attainment, he confirmed that there is. Super clear? Yeah? There's not much to describe because you cannot describe it. All our ancient texts stop here. Right? You've attained the self, ho gaya kaam. Buddha said, no. Dukkha has gone. Craving has gone. Aversion has gone. It's all there. Fear is there. Yeah? This is where he started challenging. Nahi ho raha hai. There is more, there is more, there is more. Yeah? Then he found a master who was ready to take him through something higher. So let's see what was that something higher. The seventh jhana. So again, bhikkhus, by completely surmounting the base of infinite consciousness, aware that there is nothing, Sariputta entered upon and abided in the base of nothingness. Now you have to, from the base of infinite consciousness, start seeing, is there something here? Is there something here? Is there something here? You said it's infinite, right? वो infinite में देखो, is there anything there? You come to your understanding that isness is equal to nothingness. You don't have to believe Ekta's words. Yeah? So you can experience the nothingness there. Understood? Then you will not forget it is nothingness. Because you know what it is. Clear? Yeah? It is something we can call as void. Because you see it as void. You understand it as void. You perceive it as void. It's nothing. Like, suppose you've never gone to the basement of your house for a long time, the light switch is gone. I mean, the bulb is gone. You go down in the basement, you turn on the switch, what happens? No light. Yeah, but you can still, when your eyes accommodate, you can see there's nothing here, there's nothing here, there's nothing here, there's nothing here, there's nothing in the basement. When your eyes will accommodate in the base of infinite consciousness, inner eyes, you will see there is nothing there. There is nothing there. Got it? Base of nothingness. In the infinite consciousness. Yeah? That itself is called the base of nothingness. And the states in the base of nothingness, the perception of the base of nothingness, and unification of mind. That's all you get. No more description. Figure it out. What will you say more about nothingness? It's nothing. Yeah? I prefer to call it no thing. Because there is no thing there. No thing that you can describe. No thing that you cannot say anything about it. No thing.
From 6, is it just a confirmation for us that whatever we have read so far, in practice, like it's my experience?
Correct. This is going to be your experience of what you have studied so far. If you had not studied all that, this wouldn't make sense to you, right? If you had not done knowledge sessions, you'd be like, what's going on? What is this language? It was simply for all those people, all those Brahmins and Pandits who were very well versed in all the Vedas and Puranas and this and that. Those were the people Buddha was teaching. That's why everything is just short, simple shlokas, one-liners there. The contact, feeling, perception, volition and mind, zeal, decision, energy, mindfulness, equanimity, attention. These states were defined by him one by one as they occurred. Known to him, those states arose. Known they were present. Known they disappeared. He understood thus. There is an escape beyond, and with the cultivation of that attainment, he confirmed that there is. Clear? You should have stopped here, no? यहाँ खत्म होनी चाहिए story. How can there be something आगे? There is something आगे. Yeah? And this will probably be the challenging stage for you because you have not studied about this. You don't know about this. What? क्या है आगे? कैसे हो सकता है? मैंने तो सिर्फ यहाँ तक पढ़ाई की है. Let's see what he says. Again, bhikkhus, by completely surmounting the base of nothingness, Sariputta entered upon and abided in the base of neither perception nor non-perception. That's all you need. This state is indescribable. That's all there is there in the Pali Canon. It cannot be described. It can only be attained. This is the state where I will not be able to guide you. You have to just be in that flow and just continue with that flow of 1 to 3 to 4, 5, 6, 7. All I'll be able to say is that empty mind, that nothingness we've got. Right there. Right there.
You've been nothingness.
After that nothingness is something.
This is too much curiosity.
तो अब करो, मेहनत करो, get there and figure it out. That's the only way. You have to make efforts and figure it out yourself. Neither perception nor non-perception. It's called not sanya, not asanya.
But we drop perceptions in all my own.
Yes, even the perception of nothingness drops. Even the perception of infinite consciousness drops. Even the perception of it is void. Void को भी perceive कर रहे हो तुम. That also is going to drop.
So you don't present at all.
What is not present at all?
There is no body, there is no mind, there is nothing. The emptiness is also not present for you. So you are part of infinite whatever the no. You are not there.
नहीं अभी दिल्ली दूर है. He said 8. He said no 8. By reaching 8, I have not got enlightened. Oh, she's like, oh, then we need.
It itself is undescribable by text. Going to ninth and
There are no words to describe life. There is just one word. Nirodha. Cessation. Khatam. Figure it out. You cannot describe it.
So at 9 you can get enlightened.
He's expecting something. No, Buddha's path is not so easy. Yeah? At 9, the first dip into Nibbana happens. It's a dip. Ganga mein gaye ho na? Ganga snan kiya hai na? You take that first dip and you come out. You've not started swimming in it. You've not learned to float in it. You've not become an expert in swimming. You're somebody who has not learned to swim only. You've just taken that dip as a non-swimmer and just stepped out. That's all that is going to happen at the first 9th jhana or Nirodha. Yeah? After that, it has to happen a few times. We'll get there. And that I'll tell you when it's time. You don't need to know how many times, what times. A few times it needs to happen for full enlightenment. Arahant is fully enlightened. When that Nirodha happens several times on Buddha's path, you reach that title of Arahant. He emerged mindful from that attainment. Having done so, he contemplated the states that had passed, ceased, and changed. Thus, so indeed these states not having been, come into being. Having been, they vanish. Regarding those states, he abided, unattracted, unrepelled, independent, detached, free, disassociated, with a mind rid of barriers. He understood there is an escape beyond, and with the cultivation of that attainment, he confirmed that there is. Again, bhikkhus, by completely surmounting the base of neither perception nor non-perception, Sariputta entered upon and abided in the cessation. This is Nirodha. Translation of Nirodha, the word Nirodha, cessation. Cessation of what? Cessation of Sanya and Vedana. Perception and feeling. And his stains were destroyed by seeing with wisdom. Ninth jhana, cessation. Got it? No description, just cessation. All Vedana comes to an end, all perception comes to an end. There is no sanya. Get it? This happens in meditation with eyes closed only. Cessation cannot happen with eyes open. He emerged mindful from that attainment. Having done so, he recalled the states that had passed, ceased, and changed thus. So indeed, these states, not having been, come into being. Having been, they vanish. Regarding those states, he abided unattracted, unrepelled, independent, detached, free, disassociated with the mind rid of barriers. He understood there is no escape beyond. He understood what? This is it. What were you reading until now? There is an escape beyond. Now, there is no escape beyond. I've come to the end. Because, rightly speaking, were it to be said of anyone, he has attained mastery and perfection in noble virtue, attained mastery and perfection in noble concentration. Your concentration should be collectiveness. Attain mastery and perfection in noble wisdom. Attain mastery and perfection in noble deliverance. It is of Sariputta indeed that rightly speaking this should be said. He's praising Sariputta. Because rightly speaking, were it said of anyone, he is the son of the Blessed One, born of his breast, born of his mouth, born of the Dhamma, created by the Dhamma, an heir in the Dhamma, not an heir in material things. It is of Sariputta indeed that rightly speaking this should be said, because the matchless wheel of Dhamma set rolling by the Tathagata is kept rolling rightly by Sariputta. That is what the Blessed One said. The bhikkhus were satisfied and delighted in the Blessed One's words.